What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be test driving this handheld reciprocating saw by WOODSTARTER. WOODSTARTER is a relatively new company. I think they started around June of 2025, but they sent me this saw and wanted me to give them my honest opinion of what I thought about it. It's got a brushless motor, which is great. It's 3,500 strokes per minute, and it has a 1-inch stroke. Also on that stroke, you have your quick release. It's easy to get the blade in, easy to get the blade out. You can swap metal, wood, whatever you want to do. It comes with the 4 blades you see here. You have 2 for metal and you have 2 for wood. And especially this one's nice if you want to do some pruning in the yard, or if you're an avid hunter and you like to clear your path before next season. This is a great little blade to put in this saw. And the saw is lightweight. You can take it with you. It's got multiple cooling vents on it, which is really nice. It even has vents on both sides here for the battery, so you can kind of keep a little cool there too. And it's very lightweight. You can cut wood, you can cut metal, you can cut PVC. It has speed control. The speed control here, if you want to go high, low, it's real easy to switch here just by a touch of this button. And it does not come with batteries, and it does not come with a charger. But if you own anything Makita, the newer Makita models, their battery will fit in this perfectly. I myself had batteries already, so it wasn't a big thing to me that it did not come with batteries. So the batteries are pretty inexpensive, and you can also purchase them on their website at woodstarter.com. But I'll drop a link to this saw down in the description. And I'll also drop a link to WOODSTARTER's website so you can see all the other amazing tools that they sell. The saw does have a LED light on it. And just to show you how this button works, so that's your low and that's your high. So that's great to have. You also have a battery indicator light that tells you how much life you have left in your battery. And it's just, so far, I've used this thing a bunch of times. I've cut all kinds of different materials with it. And I can't be more happier with it, especially the compactness of it and the weight of it. It is just absolutely perfect little hand saw. So stick around, guys, and I'm going to put it through some tests, and y'all decide what y'all think and let me know in the comments below. So let's get into the video. Alright, so for the first test I came up with for the saw was pruning tree limbs. I have the pruning blade that came with it installed, and these clips you're watching are in real-time video, not sped up or anything. I just wanted you to be able to see the actual cutting speed. The saw feels real light in the hand, but still has enough power to bite into the hardwood. What I like here is the control. It's not real jerky, and it tracks straight through the limb without fighting you. For small to medium branches, this is way faster than using loppers and a lot easier on your arms. You can get clean cuts without climbing or wrestling with a full-size chainsaw. So next up, I wanted to see how the saw handles small brush trees. I've been trying to clean off this hill back behind the shop for a while, but bending over with a chainsaw can really be trying on your back. So with the long blade installed, it chews straight through these trees real surprisingly. You don't need to force it, you just need to let the saw do the work, and I like to kind of move it back and forth to help with the process. This is where a tool like this really shines. Clearing fence lines, trails, or overgrown areas where a chainsaw would be overkill. It's a lot quieter and it's a lot lighter and easy to maneuver into the tight spots. I also noticed there's less vibration than I expected, which helps you when making multiple cuts. So now I put in a multi-purpose blade, and I wanted to try it and see if it really does what I need it to do, which is break down pallets. If you've ever tried loading full-size pallets into a car or a small SUV, you already know it's not happening. They're bulky, they're awkward, and half the time you leave good wood behind on the side of the road because you just can't fit it in the car, and you may not be in your truck that day. That's actually where this WOODSTARTER saw really shines. It's compact enough to keep in your vehicle, and it turns a full pallet into stackable lumber in just a few minutes. What I like is you don't need a workbench for a whole setup. You can break pallets down right where you pick them up. Parking lot, job site, road site, find, or wherever. Now if you installed a demo blade, right here you could just cut down the sides and cut through the nails as well. But I have in a multi-purpose wood cutting blade because most of the planks are cracked on the ends anyway, so I usually just cut those off down the sides. The size of the saw makes it real easy to maneuver between the slats without fighting the tool. A big saw sometimes feels real clumsy for this kind of work, but this one fits right into the tight spots. Another big plus is the weight. When you're holding a tool at an odd angle over a pallet on the ground, lighter is always better. Your arms don't get tired as fast, and you have more control over your cuts. And since it's a handheld portable, you're not dragging pallets home just to tear them apart later. You can break them down on the fly and load only the usable wood. That saves space, trips, and honestly saves your back a lot. For anyone into DIY woodworking or scrap wood projects, pallet wood is pure gold. The processing the pallets is usually the worst part, but this makes it a lot more practical. I've also noticed it wastes less wood compared to smashing the pallets apart with a pry bar. You get longer, cleaner boards and are actually usable for more projects. If you're a pallet scavenger like me, you know sometimes you find great pallets when you least expect it. Having a compact saw like this on hand or in your vehicle really makes you always ready. It's kind of like a grab while you can tool. See a pallet, break it down, load it up, and you're gone. And for people in apartments or smaller homes without big workshops, this makes pallet projects more accessible. You don't need big tools or a lot of space to run this. Overall, the compact size plus real cutting ability makes this more than just a pruning saw. It's a super practical breakdown and cleanup tool as well. If you regularly use pallets, this might be one of the most useful tools you keep in your car. Alright, so now I decided to push this saw just a little bit harder to see how the saw handles thicker material like the pallet runners or standard 2x4s. And just like the rest of this review, what you're seeing here is real-time cutting, nothing has been sped up, and no camera trickery. So you get a true sense of the performance of this saw. With a good wood blade installed, it has no problem getting through this stop. The key's letting the saw do the work instead of forcing it. Steady pressure and a straight line give you the best results. What surprised me is how capable of a compact saw this really can be. You'd expect it to struggle on thicker cuts, but it keeps a consistent pace and doesn't feel underpowered. For breaking down pallet runners especially, this is a huge help. Those thicker sections are usually the toughest part of a pallet teardown, and this slices right through them like butter. It's also great for quick 2x4 cuts when you don't want to drag out a circular saw or set up a full station. Grab it, make the cut, and move on with the project. The compact size still gives you good control, and vibration stays manageable even under denser wood. So while it's small and portable, it definitely has enough muscle for real DIY and lumber work, not just light duty tasks. And as far as power consumption is concerned, I did all these cuts and still got plenty of battery left. Now let's talk about plunge cutting, because this one area where reciprocating saw can be incredibly useful if you do it the correct way. For anyone not familiar, plunge cutting means starting to cut in the middle of your material instead of from the edge. It's great for making openings, removing sections, or doing controlled demo work. I'm using a sharp wood blade, and again, what you're seeing is normal speed, so this is real performance. The trick with plunge cutting is angle and control. I like to start with the tip of the blade touching the surface, then slowly bring the saw up to full speed before easing into the wood. You don't want to jam it in, just let the teeth do their work and work their way through the board. Because this saw is compact and lightweight, It's actually easier to control during a plunge cut than a big, heavy reciprocating saw. You're not fighting the weight of the tool, and that makes a difference in your accuracy, and plus the foot is fixed and doesn't move back and forth. Once the blade bites in, you can level the saw out and continue the cut normally. It feels smooth and predictable, which is actually what you want for this kind of cut. This is really handy for things like cutting openings in plywood, trimming out damaged sections, or even roughing in access holes during the project. For DIY work, it opens up a whole lot of possibilities. Instead of drilling starter holes or cutting from the edge every time, you can go straight where you need to be. Of course, you still want to be mindful of what's behind your cut and use good control and clamps whenever possible. But the saw handles well. Overall, plunge cutting with this feels very doable, not intimidating, and adds another layer of versatility to a compact tool like this. So after putting this saw through pruning, brush cutting, pallet breakdown, and even plunge cuts, I can honestly say that it's a super useful tool to have around the shop. It's compact in size and easy to handle. It's easy to store, and it's perfect for keeping in your vehicle or in your shop. But even though it's small, it delivers real cutting power where it counts. For DIYers, homeowners, or anyone that works with reclaimed wood, this is one of those tools that'll save you a lot of time and a lot of effort. Overall, it's practical, it's capable, and it earns its spot in the tool lineup. I appreciate WOODSTARTER taking a chance and sending me one to try out. I've really enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I got a link to their website in the description below. I also have some affiliate links if you'd like to get one of these for yourself. They're currently on sale right now for around $39.99 US. And there's also a coupon here and there that you can use for other items as you see fit. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to get one of these for your shop, please feel free to do so. I highly recommend using it. Remember to like and subscribe on the way out, and I'll see you on the next one.